Hey guys, and we're back with Bored John. And when Bored John is bored, he likes to watch 90s commercials. Also because me and my life are so meaningless and pointless at this point that thinking of stuff from my childhood is the only way I can feel alive anymore. So we're on retro commercials, 1990s. We watched a video last time. It was like an hour long. Unfortunately, I can't really, there's stuff like that, but it doesn't say any like times or anything. So we'll just kind of go around and just click on videos, um, just kind of based on thumbnails and stuff like that. So, um, and you can see they're all fairly short. So if we watch a bunch of them, we can maybe total up to an hour. I don't know. Um, but let's go, just kind of go down the line, I guess.
Whatever.
You should have seen me in this car, honey. I took our new Pontiac Grand Am to the beach today. I was all over town in this baby. The new twin cam engine. Oh, and then there were these guys that were admiring me.
Who are these guys?
Very cool interior. They had so much fun. Did I tell you about the way that people were checking me out?
You are talking about the car.
Ooh, I loved it so much that I think I need to go out again.
No.
The new Pontiac Grand Am. It makes the ordinary extraordinary.
In 994 AD, the Gargoyles' castle was destroyed. 1,000 years later, they've landed somewhere new, at Burger King. Now your kids can get a kids' club meal with a tasty flame-broiled hamburger, fries, and a drink, plus one of 5 incredible Gargoyles action toys from the Gargoyles TV series. They can battle the forces of darkness with the Spin Attack Broadway or the Sparkling Spinner, all for a rock-bottom $1.99. Now at Burger King, you'll find great value and some very interesting characters. That's getting your
Gorgiles. I remember Gorgiles. That's a reference to something else. I seriously doubt most people would understand that reference. Yeah, I think we had like the little telescope looking one. I remember we had one or two of them. I just don't remember which ones. This was like a million years ago for me, so I don't remember. I don't recall, but I do remember having a lot of toys from McDonald's, from Burger King. We preferred to go to McDonald's. It was a lot cheaper back then. 29-cent burgers on Wednesday, so it was quite a deal. So you would go there and you would see everyone and their mother there on Wednesday. No, Burger King just sucks. Coming from someone who worked at Burger King, they're yeah, I don't know why they call themselves Burger King. Should be like Burger Peasant. Truly not a great burger. Bland, tasteless, and that's why they have to add like a million things on it, because the burger itself doesn't really have much flavor to it. But yeah, Gargoyles, the cartoon, great cartoon. The voices are memorable. I think it had a game, Super Nintendo, Sega. I think that, yeah, it had games, I think, a bunch of toys. Yeah, it was a great cartoon. Really dark. Like, really, for a kid's cartoon, it got pretty freaking dark. It was a great cartoon. It was like Batman with gargoyles. It was like Batman, except they weren't bats. They were gargoyles.
burgers with. Let's play school. 90 minutes of pure sunshine everyone will love.
We have fun.
Big Bird, Elmo, and your Sesame Street friends in town with bigger than life.
It was good. I felt like a little kid.
Learning the important lessons of life.
Excellent family fun.
Can you tell me how to get out?
All your Sesame Street friends are coming to the Toledo Sports Arena November 29th through December 3rd in Let's Play School. For great family fun, get your tickets early. Super! Cool.
The season's best savings are here at Contemporary Interiors Fall Sale. You'll find the latest contemporary designs from Century and Drexel Heritage, stunning upholstery offerings of Wyman, Thayer Kagan, and Della Robbia. Unparalleled cabinetry by Ello and exciting designs in our DIA Studio Gallery with the ultimate in luxurious leather by Bradington Young and DIA Leather. The prices are falling on the best in home fashion during Contemporary Interiors Fall Sale, Central Avenue west of US 23.
Home Improvement will be right back after these messages. Tonight, see how our
Tim Toolman Taylor, come on. I remember all the little things like they're like, oh, it'll be back after, and then remember the do do do. Unless that was just kind of like the commercial or in the show, but I don't know. I think it was just in my mind because every time you heard that, it was a theme song, the opening for the show, and at the very end, that's what you would hear. You'd hear the do do do, and then So I guess in my mind it just kind of plays, whenever I hear that little, the bit at the end. Freaking Tim Allen, man, what's he doing nowadays? I mean, I know he was doing like, what was it, Last Man Standing or whatever it was, and you don't hear anything from the guy. I mean, he's probably doing what? Doing Toy Story, what is it, 15 at this point? That was like Toy Story 5, which, why? Ooh, that's like a nice cool breeze. It's supposed to be like 60, it's like 54 degrees tonight. So by like 2 o'clock in the morning when I go to bed, it's going to be like 60 degrees. And I can already feel that cool breeze. But yeah, I think it's just my memory of every time I hear that, that little bit at the end, it just, my mind automatically goes to the sound of Tim Allen. So.
government uses psychics to track down terrorists like the Unabomber.
They can run, but they cannot hide.
Encounters, a brand new episode. Then, if you think the Dallas Cowboys are tough, wait till you hit the streets. Brady's running with the Dallas PD. A brand new Cops. And the OJ detectives talk about the trial for the first time.
I think Mark Furman spit in our eye.
On a special America's Most Wanted.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 36.
It slices, it dices, it cuts, it chops, it grinds,
Got an itch for excitement? Just scratch. Play the Ohio Lottery instant games and relieve the irritation of boredom on contact. There are dozens of games to play and thousands of dollars to win. So try your luck and start scratching today, because winning money is just what you've been itching to do.
What's wrong with this car? What am I going to do? Maybe Weber Transmissions can help. I know how to get help fast. Our qualified, experienced mechanics can fix your transmission problems, big or small. Call Weber Transmission at 698-1011. We'll fix it right the first time. Guaranteed.
Can I have some milk, please?
She got the last one.
Excuse me, I'll be right back, okay?
We need two specials. All right, let's not take half of the bag, huh? Ooh.
Hi, sweetie.
Got milk.
Check, please.
As autumn descends upon us, Tom's Refrigeration, Heating, and Air wants you to give winter a warm welcome with a high-quality Air Ease Ultra SX90 furnace from Armstrong. Call Tom's Refrigeration, Heating, and Air today, and you can be ready for whatever old man winter has in store for us this year. The high-quality counterflow Air Ease furnace from Armstrong, plus professional service and installation, make Tom's your #1 source for keeping your family warm and cozy this winter. Call today for a free estimate and be ready to give winter a warm welcome. 691-7008.
So just a PSA, I guess. Since summer is coming to an end, I'm sure some of us, we've had units that have been working overtime because it's been so damn hot. Once it reaches about 95 degrees, it actually has to work harder than it should. So obviously before winter rolls around or autumn, make sure you get your units checked. Make sure the air ducts are fine. Make sure the wiring is fine. Make sure your insulation is fine. Because, some places just obviously get really cold. And it's the same thing with with the heat. It gets to a certain point, and then the unit has to work a lot harder to, you know, keep the house cool. So, you know, get ahead of it. You know, don't wait for it to break down before you're like, oh my god, I don't understand. Just get it looked at. It doesn't cost a lot. So yeah, especially around here, you know, winter around here is kind of up in the air, really. Sometimes it's freaking freezing, sometimes it's hot. But whatever it is, you know, ours just got checked not too long ago, so we're good. Because ours broke about a month or so ago, so we had someone come out and fix it, and so everything's perfectly fine. So ours is checked, so we're all ready to go. And now it's getting a lot cooler out. You know, it's still 80s, but at night, 60 something, like 62 degrees at night. Yeah. But yeah, just get ahead of it. Just make sure everything's working, because it'll cost a lot less to just get it checked out than to, you know, have something break and just not have it, just have it cost a lot more than it should have. So yeah, that's PSA.
Wait is over. It's the Lighthouse first annual 33-hour spa blowout. Starting this Saturday for the next 4 days, save up to $1,000 on the spa you've been dreaming about. The Lighthouse 33-hour spa blowout includes brand new units, display models, and scratch and dent spas. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. An opportunity like this only happens once a year, and it only happens at Lighthouse Pools and Spas.
Don't change the channel. Home Improvement will be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Mitchell of the Detroit Lions. On game days, I've got a great view of the action. Since you can't be down here, the next best view is from the comfort of your very own Pontiac Silverdome luxury suite. For more information on single game suite rentals, call the Pontiac Silverdome at 810-858-7358. And I'll see you at the game.
There's only one dome. There's only one dome, and it's the Dimmadome. Owned by Dimsdale Dimmadome. It's the Dimsdale Dimmadome, owned by Doug Dimmadome. He's the owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Where they also have Crash Nebula on ice. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome? Yes, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. The Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome that's, showing Crash Nebula on ice? Yes, on ice.
High in the sky, there's a shining star. He knows Hills is where the toys are.
For kids of all ages, trust Hills to have an incredible selection of great toys at great prices, like Barbie's minivan from Mattel, Hasbro's Baby Sip and Slurp, Milton Bradley's Lucky Ducks, and Bandai's Deluxe Shogun Megazord.
The Shogun Megazord. I think I had that one. I know I had the regular Megazord. But Shogun Megazord? I think so. Pretty much anything Power Rangers I pretty much had, for the most part, like toys and stuff like that. But yeah. All right. Sunny D. Good old Sunny Delight.
Star Trek Deep Space Nine is brought to you by Kraft Singles. Milk makes them taste great. And by Paramount Pictures. Vampire in Brooklyn starts Friday, October 27th at theaters everywhere. Rated R. For centuries, they have roamed the earth, hiding in the shadows, preying on unsuspecting victims. They are legion. They are legend. And they are not always
I'm ready to get up and do my thing.
what you expect.
Interesting.
Eddie Murphy.
Kind of itches a little.
Eddie Murphy.
I'll put a hole in your afro.
Angela Bassett. And Eddie Murphy. Vampire in Brooklyn.
Never sit on my coffin, okay?
Rated R. Starts Friday, October 27th everywhere.
5 ounces of milk make every 3/4 ounce Kraft Single taste better. How do they do that?
See? They take the slice and make it into a rocket. Then they shoot it to the Milky Way. And when it gets back, it's busted with milk.
More milk
milk means better taste, and every 3/4 ounce Kraft Single is made from 5 ounces of milk, unlike imitation cheese made mostly with oil and water.
It looks like the moon.
Milk makes Kraft Singles taste better.
K-R-A-F-T. Want me to tell it again?
Me, here it goes. I got it. Quit dripping on me. Hey, Mom. I got it. Hey. Worked up a sweat.
Yeah, sort of.
Hey, what you drink? Come on.
You got soda, OJ, purple stuff.
Yeah.
Tastes like orange, tangerine, and lime.
Some healthy junk, too.
Hey, way to go, Mom. All right.
Sunny Delight, the good stuff kids go for.
First off, why would anyone be drinking Sunny Delight in that capacity? I'm like, he just chugged like the whole fucking thing. And his mom somehow just has one on standby. Like she has the kind of money to just keep going out and buying gallons of Sunny D. Especially in this economy, that would never happen. Also, I love the commercials because they always push the things aside in the same order each and every time. Whether it be this one or the one with fucking Stifler in it. It's always the same thing. It's always the same. Go back and watch them. They always push it to everything to the side the same way, in the same order. But it got the point across, and Sunny D is pretty good. You know, it's kind of like Tang. You know, you like it or you don't. There's really no in between. It's like, oh yeah, I love Tang, or I love Sunny D, or then there are people like, no, I don't like it. You want to know what you could do? Say that you're gonna have macaroni and cheese that night and just put Tang in it instead. Instead of the cheese powder, you put Tang in there. Oh, well, this is really good. What is this? Tang. Actually, I think it'd be obvious if it was Tang in there. This macaroni and cheese is even more artificially orange than normal. I think this thing is so orange, even Donald Trump would be jealous of it. What is this? Oh, you know, just some little extra powder. Oh, okay. What is this? Tang. Ugh. This is how I can feel alive. Don't judge me.
There's one thing you can be certain of when you watch the Jimmy Swaggart telecast. If you have your Bibles, would you turn with me, please, to the book of Philippians? If you have your Bibles, turn with me tonight, please, to the book of Romans. I'm reading today from the book of St. Matthew. Turn with me, please, to the book of St. John. If you have your Bibles, turn. The one thing you can be certain of is you'll hear the Word of God. The Jimmy Swaggart telecast.
Or you'll be bored out of your mind to the point where you want to finally join him. I'm not religious. I've gone to church before, and it seems like they mourn God rather than celebrate him. I mean, I've gone to Christmas service with my friend and her parents because they're religious, and the pastor was really cool. His name was Roger. And he was really cool. He was a huge movie buff. The dude had a movie theater in his basement. And he was a huge movie buff, so he liked to work in like pop culture and movies into his sermons and all that. And yeah, I mean, I'm still didn't get me to believe in God, but you know, it was entertaining, and it was more, you know, it was more energy, higher energy than going to church every Sunday and hearing someone basically mourn God. You know, the teachings of God. It's like, oh my God, aren't you supposed to be celebrating God? You guys sound like the guy just died. You sound like you're at a funeral. We're supposed to be celebrating God here, right? Celebrating God and Jesus, and you know, give us this day our daily bread, and you know, why is everyone so droll and like down looking here? It's like, celebrate your Lord instead of acting like it's a fucking funeral. I hated going to church. Like, I don't mind it. Again, I'm not religious, but if I did go to church, it'd be like what my friend was doing, you know, where a good pastor who had energy and made it fun and interesting, not just, you know, sticking to the Bible and, you know, it's not going off script or whatever, but made it fun. Because they know that not everyone there is you know, the same. But, ugh.
It's easy to see why Ford has had 5 of the 10 top-selling vehicles in America for 6 straight years. Because when you look into a Ford, you'll find innovation, attention to detail, and exceptional value. Qualities that have made Ford F-Series America's best-selling truck for 18 straight years, and once again made Taurus America's best-selling car. With this kind of success, the next thing you see when you look into a Ford might just be yourself.
Mi amor, pareces diferente esta noche.
Que no termina de chequear el informe mensual de marketing. Es un plomo y me están presionando.
No te lo puedo creer. ¿Todavía no has oído hablar del nuevo software de reconocimiento de voz de IBM? Vos simplemente le hablas y te lo escribe automáticamente.
Estoy anonadada.
I'm Alan Weisinger. I'm a feature film makeup artist. Almost half the actresses I work with have combination skin.
Because he's right.
Yeah.
But not here and not here. You have to check them more often to maintain a consistent, even look. New Balancing Act gives a wonderful, even finish.
Can we clear the set, please?
You look terrific. The better the makeup, the less you have to maintain it. I'm very pleased with Balancing Act. It's just fabulous. Max Factor's New Balancing Act makeup makes my job easy.
Thank you, Alan.
Which of these leading cough medicines do you prefer?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, this looks really different.
This other one's so runny.
It's watery.
Oh, this coat's better. Is this a trick?
That colored water?
This would feel good going down.
Looks like serious medicine. What is it?
New Vicks 44.
New?
It coats even better than before. Better than the other leading syrup. It contains maximum strength cough relief, and people with a cough prefer it.
Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
New Vicks 44, the one more people prefer.
Who wouldn't? A madman, Your Honor. A desperate fool at the end of his pitiful rope. Yeah, it's cough syrup. It should be thicker, not run down like water. I mean, it's cough syrup, not cough water. So, I don't care. I mean, as that bubblegum one and the cotton candy one, because they had a cotton candy one too. Yeah, we didn't care what it was. And we didn't care if it was medicine. Like, we found ourselves trying to take a sip of it, whether we were sick or not, just because it tasted so damn good. You do that now, and people say you have an addiction. IBM. IBM. Some stores are still running on IBM. Like, not updated stuff, no, like systems like from the 90s. And then they wonder why their systems go down all the time.
There's a smile in every Hershey bar.
This guy never complains. Does he make any excuses?
I get really tired. I mean, I'm skinny.
Does he let any obstacles get in his way?
Some of the guys on the other team, they just started hitting me.
He just keeps going. Those arms keep pumping.
Just be the bunny. Be the bunny. Yeah, that's it, guys.
You've heard it for years, timing is everything. At the Honda Superstore, Honda Cars of Bellevue, we've planned ahead and requested additional 1997 Hondas. Now we have a great selection. With the 98s arriving soon, the 97s must go. Civic Coupes from $11,499, Civic four-door automatics from $12,549, plus a huge selection of Accord LX four-door automatics, blowout priced. Del Sol's Odyssey minivans, the all-new CRV. Timing is everything. You can always tell a new Honda from Honda Cars of Bellevue. It costs less, and your timing is great.
Blowout prices. Price is so awesome, you'll blow your asshole all over those fucking cars. 12,000. If I had a time machine, wow. Now a car like that, even a used car like that, is going to be expensive. Memories. Wow. I guess what was your if you got your first car in the 90s, you know, if you're younger-ish, but you were old enough to drive in the 90s, what was your first car and how much was it? Did you buy it yourself? You know, did you get a job or two to pay for it, or you know, did your parents get it for you? But if so, what kind of car was it, and do you know how much it was? And compare that to now. What do you drive now, and how much was it when you purchased it?
From the heartland of America, Wheel of Fortune spins into the Ohio State Fair.
Ohio loves Wheel of Fortune!
Strap yourself in for the ride of your life. It's Wheel of Fortune at the Ohio State Fair.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KETV.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos fresh and fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Critics are hailing 1,000 Acres as an emotional tour de force. Vivid and compelling, touching and emotionally explosive.
Nothing like a scandal to make me feel better.
Michelle Pfeiffer and Jessica Lange give Oscar-caliber performances in the best drama of the year. It's a film you won't forget.
I'd always assumed we'd be together forever.
1,000 Acres, rated R.
All he had to do was say Michelle Pfeiffer. You had me hooked when you said Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't care if it was Michelle Pfeiffer sitting in a freaking dentist office for 2 hours. I would watch it because Michelle Pfeiffer back then, she was fine. So it could have been Michelle Pfeiffer getting, you know, a root canal. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
It's Friday, September 19th at a theater near you.
It's my favorite thing. It tastes so good.
Shake and bake chicken nuggets.
I dip it, I shake it, I bake it, I eat it. The stuff that makes it crunchy is the mix.
Ready in just 15 minutes.
Chicken nuggets.
I shake it, I bake it, I bite it, I eat it, I chew it, I digest it, I poop it. I mean, come on, you could have gone a little further with it.
When I got my preschool Fashion Go skates, I couldn't skate, so we used the easy setting. Then I got better. Now I'm flying. I'll be going to the championships. She's not.
Flash and Go inline skates, only from Play School.
Hey, can your daughter guess what's new in Quaker Instant Oatmeal?
More fruit.
Right, we've added more fruit to delicious Quaker Instant Oatmeal, so you get more of that great taste. Oh, what those oats can do with more fruit.
Okay, I'm like an old man, but I love oatmeal. Especially back in the day when they had like the dinosaur egg ones and stuff like that. I still love it. Like strawberries and cream, peaches and cream, apple cinnamon. I love it. I also love Raisin Bran, but not like regular Raisin Bran. It has to be like that newer one that they have, kind of like the bunches of oats kind of one where they've got like a little bit of other things in it. But I mean, I'm perfectly fine with regular Raisin Bran. But yeah, whenever I buy cereal, it's really not like other cereal. It's usually like Raisin Bran, Honey Bunches of Oats, you know, and almonds and stuff. That's what you eat when you're old. But yeah, I love oatmeal. Had it almost every day for breakfast before school, and if I had anywhere to put anything, I'd probably have a whole bunch of it in the house just for like a snack. Let me know your favorite oatmeal flavor.
Chew on this. Nearly 7 out of 10 of us usually don't brush after lunch, especially lunches on the run. Now, chew on this. Chewing Trident after meals can actually help you fight cavities. So when you can't brush, chew on this. Trident.
I thought my daughter's cut was too small to get infected. Now I know better.
To help prevent infection, even small cuts need Neosporin. It kills infectious bacteria, and new Neosporin helps cuts heal faster than before. Use faster healing Neosporin. Every cut, every time.
Well, in my family, we're always cooking.
It's my way of expressing myself.
It's a lot about the best ingredients.
What do these great American cooks believe in? Good food and
Crisco oil. Oil has to let the food do its thing.
You want to get the true flavor out of the food.
Crisco has a wonderful lightness to it.
Purified 4 ways to taste light.
Crisco doesn't taste heavy.
Crisco has been something that has stayed in our life. Good food and lots of love.
I have a blast.
see why so many great American cooks agree. Great meals start here.
Crisco.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. What do you usually do?
We'd start dating. Things would go pretty well at first until I started calling you too much. Then you'd get annoyed and start screening your calls. So I call you really late because I know you'll be home. You pick up. I panic, hang up. You star 69 me. I'm too embarrassed to ever talk to you again. So we break up.
Let's not do that.
Wait until you meet Dharma and Greg. 1 week from Wednesday on ABC.
Have you heard about Acusoli? These are...
Can I interest you in a radio station? It's today's music alternative, 93.3. It's not the same songs over and over. Aren't you glad? Park it on the point and listen all day.
Today's music alternative.
93.3 in Omaha, 104.1 in Lincoln. The point, because it's the music that matters, don't you think?
The AT&T One Rate plan has made long-distance prices simple. Whoa. Calls from home, a one low rate to anybody in America anytime.
What about those 10-3-2-1 ads that say I could save big over AT&T?
Most calls would cost less with AT&T One Rate.
Cost less?
Right.
I feel so used.
Hey, don't beat yourself up.
What about the big savings with 10-3-2-1?
Forget it if your calls aren't over 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
He's taking it really bad.
No restrictions, no games. The AT&T One Rate plan.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. That's the statement of the great men in Double Mint Gum. Double your sentiment, your merriment. Double your moment of fun. Double your delightment with the right mint. For refreshment, it's the only one. Double your pleasure, double your fun. That's the statement of the great men in Double Mint Gum.
A 2020 exclusive, the untold details of Princess Diana's tense last day with the paparazzi from her key bodyguard and decoy driver. 2020 Friday, tonight.
No.
Wow. This was, yeah, 97. Wow. Yeah, that was all over. All over. Naturally, it would be all over. Wow. That was a shame. That was a real shame. Like, even now, you think back on, you're like, even now you think, and you're like, man, that was a shame. She was young, beautiful, and just the way she went out was just, you know, it's like one of those things you're like, I don't wish that on my most, you know, my worst enemies or anything, because, you know, any kind of way to go like that, if it's not a natural death, you know, it's like you don't wish that on your enemy, but just, that was a shame. I remember that. But wow. I'm old.
What we're up against?
A search for answers.
My sister's dead. Someone knows the truth.
A trail of secrets.
The company was sold 11 months ago.
A dangerous cover-up.
Whoever owns Transglobal Airline doesn't want to be found.
Leads to one man.
I'll find him.
That's one headache I don't need right now.
They're gonna pay.
All my children.
Let me tell you right now about my ivory girl skin. Think you know ivory? Tell you about the mood that it puts me in. This is Moisture Care Body Wash. Use it for a week, then ask someone you love to touch you. Delicious skin, just ask him. Rehydrating vitalizers and gentle cleanser leave skin with more moisture than the leading beauty bar. Soft as satin, fresh as air, smooth as a baby's, you know where. Ivory Moisture Care Body Wash. Also try the Body Bar. Ivory girl skin.
Delicious skin. Easy there, Jeffrey Dahmer. You don't need to say delicious skin. You say silky smooth skin, or let's see, what other words can you use to describe skin that aren't what you would say about food? Velvety, maybe. Velvety skin, silky smooth. Tempting, because it's so soft. It's you just want to rub your fingers all over it. No, but yeah, delicious skin. No, I don't think we should be saying delicious skin. But hey, that's just me.
After his heart attack, Ed's doctor told him to exercise and take aspirin regularly. So he takes genuine Bayer aspirin to help prevent a second heart attack. Ask your doctor. But then there are those days when Ed's muscles ache and Ed could use extra strength Bayer. Nothing is stronger for everyday pain. If you're on an aspirin regimen, you don't need Tylenol because doctors say you can take more aspirin for pain.
How are your legs?
Great. Race you home.
Bayer, powerful pain relief and so much more.
A scrubber sponge
Is a scrubber sponge.
They're all alike.
They are all alike.
We asked these women to compare the SOS scrubber sponge to their scrubber sponge.
Oh, it's a different shape.
It is thicker.
The shape does make a difference. It fits perfectly.
Its shape lends itself to what you need to do.
And this point here where your finger is cleaning those little corners of a glass.
It's easier to get into the corners and scrub your dishes.
The SOS scrubber sponge.
To me, the first different scrubber.
You believe it when you hold it. I just hope that we can take these home.
Can we?
Oh, good.
You look awful.
I'm an irritated mess.
Try Visine. It gives eyes like yours 100% of what they need for fast relief.
Restored to all my natural glory.
Glory?
Visine gets the red out. And the irritation, too.
Someone's been sneaking my Milano cookies.
Tim? Is he capable of indulging himself the way I do? The baby. Would she know how to savor every moment?
Pepperidge Farm Milano, the finest dark chocolate in perfect balance with 2 cookies of exquisite texture.
The plumber. Could he possibly appreciate?
Nah. Milano cookies from Pepperidge Farm. Treasure was meant to be discovered.
To be fair, Milano cookies, despite that they were kind of expensive back then, I haven't bought them in quite some time. They were pretty good. They were pretty good. And when, you know, with our family, when we got Milano cookies, it was like a really rare special occasion or something. Because they were like the premium. They were like the Rolls Royce of cookie back in the day. You know, there were just some foods like, what is it, Malamars, you know, the chocolate marshmallow type thing. There were just some foods that were expensive that you were only able to get once in a while for, you know, special occasions because they were just expensive otherwise. Yeah, Milano cookies definitely, and there's a certain variety, like a certain amount of them, and I remember that was one of our favorites. Anything that has chocolate in it. Do you remember when you only got Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies as a special on a special occasion? Pepperidge Farm remembers. But yeah, let me know if you guys were the same way, or if you were Richie Rich and you had, you know, Pepperidge Farm Milano cookies whenever you wanted. Or instead of Milano, because that's the one we liked. Whatever you guys got, doesn't matter. We just like the Milano ones. But again, anything with chocolate, because you're kids. You know, we're kids, and kids like chocolate.
Most people think that the abusive parent don't love their children. The truth is that they just don't know how to escape from the only lifestyle they know. But there is a way out. It's called the Exchange Club Parent Aid Program. Contact the Exchange Club Child Abuse Prevention Center in your area or call 1-800-EXCHANGE.
Well, got a little dark there at the end. Let's see here. There's Hal. Mentos, the fresh maker. Pop-Tarts, Mr. Clean. Aw, the kitty. Chuck Norris, Batman, Little Rascals, Big Ruth, Tarzan. Oh. Oh, Dave Thomas. How he said an old-fashioned burger. He didn't say fashioned, he said fashioned. Dave Thomas was a freaking treasure. He really was. More Dave Thomas. Ooh, we got some Mario Kart.
You have until December 26th to test drive every luxury coupe in the world. After that, there is no comparison. The new Lincoln Mark 8, coming December 26th.
When the team leader puts you in charge for the first time, that's when you find out how good you really are.
There's only one thing they're into as much as Domino's Pizza. Now, order Domino's and get your Domino's $25 million Nintendo Instant Win Game card with a chance to win thousands of free Super NES, Game Boy systems, Super Mario Kart games, plus savings on pizza and Coke Classic. Call Domino's. You can win Nintendo stuff. And try our new Domino's Twisty Bread, free with our unlimited topping medium, just $9.99.
Mario Kart. Mario Kart, Super Mario World. Mario ruled the world. He ruled the world. Mario's missing. Amazing game. No, that game sucked. It sucked. I remember renting that game from the video store down the road. That game's horrible. It's just the worst. I really don't know how much I was expecting out of that game. But it looked like Super Mario World, you know, with the graphics and all. I was like, oh, it's going to be good. No. It was terrible. It was just the worst. But Mario Kart? Oh my god. I have memories of that game. We didn't actually have that game ourselves. Our stepbrothers did. And we would play it all the time. We would go over and play Mario Kart all the time. Or rather, not them, but we went over, we were like, get babysat a while. It was this old woman. It was, I think, a family friend of my dad or a stepmom or something. And she had the Super Nintendo, I think her grandkids or something, but they were never there. But we go over there and they had Mario Kart over there, and that's what we would do. We'd just sit there and play Mario Kart for a couple of hours. And that game, it was like F-Zero, just the way the game was and how it was made to where it looks, you know. So good. So freaking good. Yoshi, all the way. I don't care if he was, I don't care back then they didn't have size and weights and all that made a difference, but Yoshi all the way just felt like he was faster. It just felt like he was faster. But, yeah, Mario Kart. Man,
Sunday, an awesome doubleheader on CBS. Jerry Rice and the Niners face the Vikings. Then it's Cowboys-Redskins. Ho, ho, ho. I'm a big fan.
Some automakers would have you believe that total isolation from the road is the ultimate luxury. But the Acura Legend was designed for a very different type of driver. One who believes that if a luxury car completely isolates you from the driving experience, it isn't really a driving experience.
I feel Danorex tingling on this side, nothing on the head and shoulder side. I love that tingle, so I tried Danorex for my dandruff. It really came through. The flaking stopped, my scalp doesn't itch.
Danorex with conditioners, the serious dandruff shampoo.
I've switched to Danorex.
Make it clear. Make it colorful. Make it both. The DeskJet 550C. With DeskJet printers from Hewlett-Packard, it's easy to make it happen.
Now, all over the world, the sisters and mothers and best friends waiting to hear from you can hear from you for a lot less. Introducing the AT&T Special Country Plan. Save 15%. It's easy. There's no monthly fee. Just call right now and tell us your one special international country and start saving to everyone in it every hour of every day. We'll always be there to make calling more affordable.
You are watching the National Football League on CBS Sports.
Ever since the 50s, I love to make patty melts, except I made them special.
Hey, Dave, make me one of those swell patty melts.
But make it square, man.
Okie dokie. I made them with a quarter pound of fresh beef, sauteed onions, 2 slices of Swiss with my own sauce. They're neato.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Lorraine.
Introducing the Wendy Melt. It's a 50s thing.
Man, if I had a pair of peg pants and a flat top, it'd be 1954 all over again.
Dave Thomas, that man was a freaking treasure. He really was. You know, there was a time when, you know, the creators of something, you know, like Colonel Sanders back in the day with, you know, KFC and, you know, Dave Thomas, and, you know, you just really don't see the creators or the, you know, whatever in commercials like that anymore. Man was a treasure. And Wendy's happens to be my favorite burger. I mean, when it comes to flavor, when it comes to quality, I mean, it's just better. I mean, the fries at McDonald's are truly superior, even though they're just a greasy mess most of the time. But that's what gives them the charm. But with the Frosties, same thing, like I said, with the Milano cookies or just any of the Pepperidge Farm cookies, going to Wendy's and getting a Frosty was like a once in a blue moon. But when you got that Frosty, you savored it, because it was the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. And even to this day, it's still like one of the most delicious things you can get in any of the fast food places. And still one of my I don't care if I went to Wendy's at like 20-degree weather, I'd get me a Frosty because they're that freaking delicious. But the burgers are really good. You know, they're nice and thick. You know, they're thick, they're juicy. They're just, in my opinion, when it comes to fast food, if you have Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, stuff like that, it's just the superior burger. Most of the times, like mom and pop shops where they kind of make their own, usually those are the best, because mom and pop shops and stuff like that are just, you know, better quality and stuff like that. But if you have McDonald's or Burger King, Wendy's, In-N-Out, or not In-N-Out, because I think, well, for me, I'm not a big fan of In-N-Out. It's good, it's just not as good as people hype it up to be. Cookout. What else do we have around here? I think that's McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Cookout. What else? Zaxby's doesn't have burgers. Does Hardee's? I think Hardee's has burgers, right? I know Chick-fil-A doesn't have burgers. Yeah, so I think we only got like 3-4 burger places, like main chain burger places. So yeah, yeah, Wendy's all the way. Wendy's all the way.
Historians will tell you it isn't unusual for a masterpiece to have been painted directly on top of another equally impressive painting, which itself was often painted on top of a third. This masterpiece, however, is the result of an exclusive 23-step paint process, the Acura Legend. Our intention was not merely to create a thing of beauty, but to create one that will stand the test of time.
Know what I'm doing when I'm doing that. It's the Trump, you know, because that's how he dances.
What else? Isotoner gloves. Put on your isotoner gloves and let's go out and play. So you take care of the hands that take care of you.
That was Dan Marino for people who didn't know, because it didn't say, I don't think anywhere did it say, hey, I'm Dan Marino. That was Dan Marino. Dan Marino. How old is that guy now? Hang on. Okay, I had to look it up. He's 62. 62. Huh. Yeah. Dan Marino. Dan freaking Marino.
This is CBS.
Business is fantastic, and I know why. Customers say it's our low prices, like the new Chrysler Fifth Avenue for only $17,500, and our $4,000 minimum trade offer. Others say it's because we're #1 in customer satisfaction. Our 10% senior discount is also unique. Come to Sansone North Palm, off I-95 at exit 56. Stop in for a cup of coffee, and I'll do whatever it takes to earn your business.
Most of us know the basics about keeping our bodies in shape, but what can we do to make sure our bones stay strong and healthy? Hello, I'm Wendy Rutledge. On the next Health Beat Extra, we will show you how to keep your elbows, knees, and all of your joints loose and limber. Also, how better equipment is keeping children from getting hurt on the playground. Join me for the next Health Beat Extra, Saturday, December 19th on the One to Turn to TV 12.
Health Beat Extra is brought to you by Palm Beach Regional Hospital.
We're going to show you a commercial that will put you to sleep. You're watching beds being made by the experts at Bedtime Mattress's own factory, using the finest materials, latest technology, and with 70 years of experience, the people at Bedtime are dedicated to giving you a good night's sleep. And because we only sell what we make without a middleman, we pass the savings on to you. So don't buy a mattress from people who don't make their beds. Buy it from Bedtime.
Get under the umbrella with Doppler 12 WeatherNet.
Okay, I think we might have time for one more. 52 minutes. Yeah, I think we have time for maybe one more. Crunch. Crunchitize. Chuck Norris, Little Rascals, Ants, Cheerios. What you gonna, wow, like older, younger Hulk Hogan. Burt Reynolds, Dave Thomas again. I saw a Pop-Tart one. Yeah, Pop-Tarts.
Delicious milk chocolate with whole roasted almonds. M&M's almond chocolate candies.
Open your hand and smile.
Some grown-up advice about breakfast.
You're not leaving this house. Eat.
For all you adults who rush out without breakfast, why not try something new?
2 words. Blueberry.
The luscious taste of Kellogg's Blueberry Pop-Tarts.
Blueberries are our friends.
They weren't kidding. They're good.
Someday you'll thank me.
Real good, real fast.
Imagine this taste, only much bigger.
Now Kellogg's Frosted Raspberry Pop-Tarts have our biggest, best raspberry taste ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, the old Pop-Tarts, I mean, I think the taste was just better. Even without the frosting, the apple ones, I loved. They didn't have any frosting on them. I love the ones that did, because it was usually like an apple cinnamon. I love the apple ones. I love the raspberry ones. Strawberry, blueberry, I remember being a lot better than what they are now. But yeah, they were, even without the frosting on it. It just tasted a lot different, a lot better. And I mean, we were kids, so we were expecting a nice sweet type thing, and I mean, it was good. Now it's like, what is this? Well, what did I just put in my mouth? Am I eating a Pop-Tart or cardboard? I don't know. I imagine that cardboard would taste the same. Like the grape ones, oh my god. Those things were so gross. And I tried them just out of the package. I tried putting them in the toaster. They were so gross. They were so gross. I think I remember having grape ones back in the day, and I remember liking them. But these were they were just gross. I'm like, what happened? What happened?
I've never seen anything quite like it.
I know. I said the same thing when I tried grape Pop-Tarts. Also, favorite Pop-Tart flavor, let me know. If you were a fan of like the old Pop-Tarts or even newer ones. Like some of the newer flavors are really, really good. But sometimes you just can't go wrong with the traditional ones.
Using a new concentrated moisture treatment, Hydrogel from Oil of Olay. The idea? It's pure brilliance. Moisture so pure, nothing gets in the way. No perfume, no color, no grease. Just highly effective concentrated moisture, helping restore skin's natural moisture balance. Skin looks younger, totally moisture satisfied. The idea is just brilliant. So are the results. New concentrated Hydrogel from Oil of Olay.
Today's tennis whites are tennis brights. But how do you remove stains without taking out the color? Use Color Bright Clorox 2 with special stain lifters to lift stains and brighteners to keep colors looking bright. Clorox 2 Color Safe Bleach, the color specialist.
What an impression Walmart makes on kids. We were on a class trip. The kids were noisy with their usual chattering. Until we approached Walmart. Walmart is so wonderful, even kids know it.
Walmart equals back to school. It's all you need to know before you go.
Yeah, roll back, America. Roll back the school bus to Walmart.
Walmart, always the low price. Always. Michael's.
I'm sorry, but I don't ever remember chanting Walmart as we approached Walmart. Did you guys? Were you guys so enthusiastically just chanting Walmart when you were like, you were treating Walmart like it was fucking Chuck E. Cheese? I don't remember chanting. I remember hating going to Walmart, especially for back to school, because it always seemed like 3 hours before we left. Okay, we need to. We need binders. Okay. Okay, there's some over here. Let's go check over the. And I remember it being like 3 freaking hours before we left. And our tiny little kid legs just didn't want to be there. They just got tired. And then when you try to get into the carriage, it's like, no, you're too big for that. No, you need to get out and walk. It's like, please, can we just go home? No one was chanting Walmart. No one was chanting Kmart or Target or wherever you shopped. Kids did not want to go do back to school shopping. The parents didn't even want to do back to school shopping, but it was something you had to do because of back to school. Chanting. Are you kidding me?
Father missing, his car found stripped, his body found in a creek. Arrests are made, anatomy of the investigation. And what happens here in Goldstein's court could help solve the drug problem, and it could save taxpayers' money. But does it work?
Don't miss Dateline NBC.
Next.
Have you ever considered going into teaching? Think about it. Little tiny short people would admire you. You would own many, many pencils. You would also help kids learn to read, or to love science, or have self-respect. You could be the one teacher they'll remember all their lives. The more you know about teaching, the more you know it's a rewarding, important profession. And you get the big desk with little tiny drawers all your own. It's good.
It's time for another Mommy's Reality Check.
Mom, did you pack me an extra lunch today?
Is it Feed the Homeless Week again?
On responsibility.
It was never Feed the Homeless Week. He wants to buy a new baseball glove. He sells the extra lunch. I'm 7 years old. If I want to buy myself a new baseball glove, I should buy it myself.
What happened to the old baseball glove?
I sold it.
The Mommies, Saturdays this fall on NBC. Coming to NBC Tuesdays this fall, the second half.
$3! That's how Pizza Hut delivers the ultimate triple play. First, get on base with a medium specialty pizza at regular price and steal any second medium pizza for just $3. It's the Pizza Hut triple play. Here it is in super slow-mo. First, order a medium supreme, meat lovers, cheese lovers plus, or pepperoni lovers pizza and steal any second medium pizza for just $3.
I'm hungry now. I love Pizza Hut. I mean, I can make my own pizza, but if I don't, I prefer Pizza Hut. Those personal pan pizzas make you feel like freaking royalty. The red cups and it was the same thing with like, actually no, we actually went to Pizza Hut a lot. Usually it was like every Friday, every other Friday. But it seemed like we went to Pizza Hut a lot. But nowadays, it's like, like one pizza, like one topping is like $15 freaking. No one's gonna. Why? Why? It's not like they're quality ingredients. When you eat it, you can tell they're not really quality ingredients. Everything's so damn expensive. That's why it's probably easier to just make your own. But stuffed crust. I'm
ready for school, Foghorn.
Ready? Son, you're about as ready as a rooster with laryngitis. Well, I'll say, where's your notebook? Where's your paper and pencil? Time's a wasting. Where you gonna shop, Liam?
Get ready at Target with Marona colored jeans. These high-style quality jeans are now at great prices for the whole family.
Tune into school. I'll say it's a joke, son. Tune. I made a funny.
What flower prefers shade?
Begonias.
How do you talk to plants?
Well, I tell them to shave up and grow.
How can you know who's calling before you answer your phone?
I haven't the foggiest.
Of course you don't. You've got a business to run. Caller ID from US West provides the name and number of the person calling, so you can tell your customers from your suppliers, screen your calls, and personalize your greetings. Hey, you know plants.
I like to be a sweet pea because they smell good.
And we know phones. The small business group at US West.
A 1993 Toyota 4x4. Nothing else comes close.
Okay, and that's commercials. An hour. Wow, an hour and 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm just hungry now. All the food commercials and the fact that I really didn't eat a whole lot today. I had a little bit of pasta in the morning, or in the afternoon rather. And then I really didn't eat anything the rest of the day. It's now almost 10 o'clock at night, and I had a little bit of pasta around 12 or so. And actually, no, it was probably earlier than that. I went out, and then I came home. I think it was around 9 or 10 when I had a little bit of pasta. And, you know, I haven't eaten since then. John, it's not... Yeah, I know. I got it. I got the concept. But when you're fat like me, you can afford to skip a few meals. No matter if it gets... Even if it gets to the point where you're so hungry you feel like you're going to throw up. I can afford to skip a few meals. But anyway... This is the only way I can feel alive anymore. But, yeah, all the questions that I asked during the video with the car and the games and the height, yeah, down below as usual. Well, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.